Welcome back, everybody, to another video of The Heat Is On with Jgnoise featuring Juicy J. And we have an incredible video for you guys. It's all about the moves that we've been making, the players we've dropped, the players we've picked up, our rookie class, everything that you want to know about the Heat's off-season moves we will be discussing in this video. Really quick before we get into it, I do want to let you guys know we will not be talking about the biggest acquisition of all, Giannis Antetokounmpo. If you do want to check that out, go check out our video right before this one, our latest video. It's all about Giannis. It's an entire video on Giannis because he deserved it. But in this video, we will be focused on just every little bit pieces of what we have acquired. So I will allow my partner Juicy J to kick it off for you guys and stay tuned because we have made a lot of moves this off season. Go ahead, brother.
What's up, guys? As JG Noise said, we're not forgetting Giannis. Then we have a whole nother video on him. So if you want to go watch a video on Giannis, you have it right here on the Heat Is On podcast on YouTube. But let's get started with what we have done. I think I'm gonna start with the draft, which was a little bit weird because we were led to believe that we had the number 13 pick, but then of course some stuff happened and we got a Greek basketball player, one of the Antetokounmpo brothers, and we lost that pick to the Bucks. So we kind of were left without a lottery pick again, and we've been wanting that lottery pick every single year that we've made the playoffs and we got swept 24, 25. You know the deal. We finally got it. Of course, we don't get it, but I think that Heat fans are happy with the way that we used it. I sure as hell am. So, um, obviously the draft was a little bit weird, but we ended up getting a guy that I think we are really gonna need this season in general because it's a part of the team that we've been lacking for a good amount of time now, and it's a really good, reliable 3 point shooter, and that's it looks like it's gonna be Ryan Conwell. So if all goes well, this guy Ryan Conwell, um, I forgot what the stat was, but one of the highest, if not the highest, 3 point percentage in the NCAA. Absolute stud. He's been playing. I mean, I haven't watched any summer league games. JG Noyce has watched most of them. He can attest to Ryan Conwell and what he's done. I mean, the only thing I need to know is that they pulled him out of the summer league. That lets me know everything I need to know that he's an NBA talent, and I think he could easily be a 12 point per game, 11 point per game, and just be a really solid role player for us. You want to go into more stuff about our summer league little gang that we got going on?
Yeah. I mean, first of all, we don't even gotta talk about we we have to bring them up. All our young summer league players, the ones right before Ryan Conwell and Trey Donaldson. Juicy J, you know who I'm talking about because you even made a comment about him one time. We're talking about Trevor Keels. We're talking about Jameer Young. We're talking about these players, and they do deserve a roster spot. Unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna come with us. I think Ryan Conwell has been playing absolutely out of his mind. Um, he has been making a few errors in the games I've seen. He's only played two. But I mean, this is a rookie that we're talking about, a second round pick. We're expecting too much out of him just because of the Heat culture intensity. But already I'm seeing videos on how this guy is the steal of the draft, on how this guy's amazing. I mean, this kid performed incredible in the summer league. He's a left-handed player, which is just beautiful to watch. Um, and he plays very quick. He's a quick-paced player. That's what I've noticed a lot about him, and I love it. And and not just that. I mean, the talk is Ryan Conwell, who I am very excited to see. Knowing Spo, he might just have under 10 minutes a game. In the beginning, if that,
Or he might start. You
or
know, it's
yeah,
both.
or he's the sixth man.
That
There's
is.
really no in between. But regardless of the decision, I'll be happy. I want to see a lot of Ryan Conwell this year. And another one that struck me off guard was Trey Donaldson. He had an incredible summer league games, and he's a dog. I mean, he talks and he's a great player. He's a great playmaker. He's a great 3 point shooter. He's a great paint player. I mean, it's just all around an amazing pickup for the Heat. And he did play in Miami, so this is all just beautiful. Now I will say the the work that Ryan Conwell has put in. I mean, the difference from college already to the summer league. I've seen it. I've seen the highlights, and I'm comparing them to the summer league, and I'm just like, whoa, this kid is it's a constant improvement. I like the fact that he gave Giannis the number 7. For you, those of you that don't know, Ryan Conwell was gonna wear 7 for the Heat, and then Giannis chose it. He even said in an interview, "I haven't done anything in my in my NBA life, and Giannis is already a future Hall of Famer. So we already got good chemistry. You get what I'm saying? This kid is
Mhm.
down. This kid is down to earth, which I like, and he's hungry. He's hungry, and then this is what this team needs. And moving on from the summer league conversation, I do want to get into a little bit of hunger in someone who's a very hungry player, and that's Bobby Portis Jr. To me, I know a lot of people don't necessarily like the pickup. I love this pickup. This is a guy who averaged almost 14 points off the bench. This guy played incredible. He had just under 50% field goal, excuse me, and he shot 45% from 3 off the bench. This is just incredible. His best game last year was season high 29 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 three-pointers off the bench. You just can't ask for a more better option. And this last thing I'm gonna say before I let Juicy J say his opinions about Bobby Portis here is that he's he's a great energy player. He brings toughness, physicality. He's incredible, and his 3 point shooting is something we're really gonna need this season. And not just that. I mean, he's a leader off the bench. He was a leader off the bench with Milwaukee, and he's a finals. He's a champion. He has a ring with him. He has chemistry with Giannis. So this is a great pickup for the Heat, and we have some size with shooting now. So that's all I gotta say about Bobby Portis. Welcome to the squad, Mister 95. And now I'm gonna let Juicy J tell us what he feels about the Portis acquisition.
I think that chemistry is really gonna help. I mean, the fact that we were able to bring at least one player from his time in Milwaukee over to Miami to kind of get him situated. It's not just all new guys that he's playing with. He's got some skin in the game. He's got Bobby Portis. That's one of the guys that won the championship with him. So that's his brother. In the end of the day, I don't really know their situation, but you would think they win a championship together. They're pretty tight. Um, I do think it's pretty weird as a Heat fan. I mean, you have definitely been there cursing out Bobby Portis on your TV every time you see his googly eyes score on you when we were playing against the Bucks. But I think it's always interesting when we get a guy that we've cursed out so much on the Heat, and then we can finally see what the hype is about. So let's see what's going on with Bobby Portis. We'll see what happens. I imagine he's gonna come off the bench, but maybe Spo tries so many different starting lineups. He may start a couple nights. I think at least a lot of the guys on the bench are gonna get the starting nod at least one time this season. That's just how weird and how flexible Spo's coaching is. But I don't think that's entirely a bad thing or a good thing. But let's move on. So we talked about Bobby Portis. We talked about the summer league. Let's talk about another really good acquisition that the Heat have made, and that's re-signing Simone. No, that's Tim Hardaway Jr. This is a hell of a move for the Miami Heat. This is something that you needed when you lost Norman Powell and you lost Tyler Hero. You needed that shooting. This is a dead eye shooter. He was playing the lights out for Detroit in his final year, and his 1 year in Denver, he made the Denver fans fall in love with him. And of course, now he sees all the hype going on with the Miami Heat. He sees Giannis Antetokounmpo. He sees all these things. He sees his dad's former team that his jersey is retired in the rafters. That for some reason is gonna be able to be worn by him, but also still be retired. That's a whole conversation for another day, though. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen, and I'm not really like in tandem with that. Like, I don't really like that at all. But we're talking about basketball here. Tim Hardaway Jr. can shoot the lights out. He could play defense. He's going to be the guy to run on the floor, dive for a ball, and that's what the Heat's looking for. Those guys like Bobby Portis and Tim Hardaway Jr. So I think both of those guys' mentality is just going to help this team so much more than we think. Tim Hardaway Jr. may be a guy that gets looked over by the casual fan, but real NBA fans know that this is a hell of a move for the Miami Heat. He could start. He could come off the bench. He could do anything. He's a very flexible player. He's a glue guy. Um, and yeah, I'll pass it over to JG Noise. Let's talk a little bit about our bench situation right now. How about
Well,
that?
here's the thing that I do want to say. These acquisitions. I mean, we got Bobby Portis, Giannis, and Tim Hardaway Jr. Each one of them have won a ring. So now you're coming in with guys that have been in playoff situations that know what it takes to be great. And in my opinion, these guys are all clutch. I mean, when it comes to playoff series, whether it's energy or shooting threes like Tim Hardaway Jr. or just being dominant like Giannis, this these are good acquisitions. Now here's the situation that we really haven't dove deep on because we keep wanting to avoid it, but it's unavoidable. We lost Tyler Hero, we lost Khalil Ware, and we lost Jaime Jaquez Jr., as
And
well
Norman
as
Powell.
Kasparis Yakuchonis and Norman Powell. What does this mean, JG Noise and Juicy J? Well, I'm here to tell you. We have no scoring off the bench currently, other than Tim Hardaway Jr. if he plays and Bobby Portis. Here's what is expected right now is Drew Smith, Nikola Jovic,
Pele.
Simone Fontecchio, Pele Larson, Kashad still I don't know, and I don't know, and Ryan Conwell. So it's we just have like little pieces here and there. Um, in the past, Spo did like to use certain players at certain times. He always liked to have for example this last season he would never have both Hero and Bam off the floor at the same time. He wanted one of them to stay with the rest of the scrubs, and that's my predicament of what's gonna happen. I mean, it's either gonna be Giannis on the floor majority of the time. When he's not, it's gonna be Bam, and and let me tell you something. This is what I'm very excited for. Is third option Andrew Wiggins. I'm very excited to see what he has. Everybody should know this. Andrew Wiggins, I love him. He took a pay cut in order to get Giannis on this team, or maybe some things that may or may not happen in the future. But regardless of that, he is just a great guy. I mean, ever since he came to this team, he's put in the work. He's brought energy. He's been a great guy, and I'm very excited to see how this works out with him as a third option. Um, and last but not least, we do definitely want to talk about you know, the the goodbyes of our favorite Heat players, and I'll let Juicy J start that subject up first.
Perfect segue. I was literally gonna just talk about that, but it's sad, and that's the thing about the NBA that a lot of people just have to learn. It's a business in the end of the day, and your favorite players probably not gonna be on your favorite team for the entirety of their career. At least one point they're gonna get traded. At least one point, you're gonna be sad as hell. But we're not gonna talk about the emotional aspect. We're gonna talk about the basketball aspect. Um, I'll start with Jaime. Jaime Jaquez Jr. Took a rise that I don't think anyone predicted right after his sophomore slump, and he should have won Six Man of the Year. Of course, it went to Keldon Johnson, but I think every Heat fan will tell you that that guy was playing the lights out, shooting the lights out, scoring, doing everything. The Jaime Highway will be missed. I mean, it's going to be missed by Heat fans in their hearts since he was that homegrown Hispanic talent. He fit right into the Miami Heat culture. You could tell the guy cared. He was the Mexican Jimmy Butler. He was everything that we ever wanted in a player, especially off the bench. He played with heart. But we're really gonna be looking for that the whole year. Hopefully, we don't have to look for it that long. Hopefully, a guy like Pele Larson can continue to do what he did near the end of that season of that last season, where he was just electric off the bench. He could start, but we're gonna be looking for that six-man talent the whole year. It feels like in the loss of Jaime. Another really big topic right now is you lose Khalil Ware, who was finally you get that 7 footer. You get that guy that can move band to the power forward, and then you trade him. Obviously, there was some locker room issues with him and Spo. He's not getting playing time. He never got playing time by Spo, never consistently at least. He would get the starting nod some nights, and then some nights something would happen, and Spo would just put him to the bench for some odd reason. There'd be uh, some things being said by the press, some words being said, but it didn't end well, and it's sad to see him go because he was such a good talent. I think any Heat fan will tell you that that was our future. At least in the center position, that was the guy. He was going to. He could stretch and hit the three. He could dunk on you any time of the week. He was a lob threat, and I wish him the best in Milwaukee. I truly think he's going to have the best years of his career. But it's sad because it leaves such a hole in our team that Khalil Ware filled with his skills and with everything he did. We don't have a real backup center right now. Our backup centers are looking like Jovic. They're looking like Kashad Johnson, which I haven't even seen anything about. Kashad and Myron, they disappeared off the face of the planet. Myron Gardner, who we signed last year, thought was going to be a dog. This year, I haven't seen anything. So I don't know if we're just going to see him on the bench magically, but I hope we do. I really do. I really did like Myron Gardner. Um, but I've talked enough. I'm gonna let Jgnoise take the wheel on my favorite NBA player leaving our team.
Um, yeah, guys. I mean, it's been a tough journey. Um, we did lose Dwayne Dedman. Um,
Stop, stop it.
no,
Stop it.
listen, Tyler Hero,
Listen, I'm sad, bro. I'm sad.
Tyler
I'm
Hero,
not gonna lie to the podcast. I love Tyler Hero,
yeah.
and it's I guess it's maybe more of a personal thing just because he's one of my favorite basketball players. But I think anyone
Well,
could tell
I
you
mean,
that
yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna miss what he did on the
No,
court too.
let me tell you something about Boy Wonder. I mean, the moment he put on the Heat jersey, he was a fan favorite. And then for some reason, in the midway of that, everybody just hated him. I'm not really going to get into the political aspect of it. Overall, as a basketball player, he will be missed. And it's sad that things are going the route that they're going between him and his former teammate. Um, but, that's just life. And in a basketball way, we lost an all star, someone who we've seen grow, and it sucks. I mean, I feel like we never really gave him a chance to prove himself. He dealt with injuries, and then he just he didn't fit in with the squad because we had Norman. Um, if we were gonna get rid of Norman anyways, I feel like we could have just included him in the trade, and then maybe Hero would have wanted to stay. But that's not how it ended up happening. For some reason, the Heat organization has been trying to get rid of Hero, and they finally did it. Um, Regardless, I'm glad that him, Ware, and Jaime are still together, and as well as Yakuchonis. Um, we're excited for them and their new life as a Milwaukee Buck. But it's not the first time we go through this. We lost Jimmy Butler, who yeah, I mean, and it's crazy. You look in the last 3 years how we lost Jimmy, Hero, Powell. I mean, all these things happen so fast, and you never really know what to expect. Um, but with that being said, I mean, Tyler Hero, my favorite player, still my favorite player. Um, and it's nothing for love, nothing but love for him. But at the end of the day, the decision was made, and this is where we are now. And all you can do is wish him luck. I hope he wins a ring, but not before we do. Because that's really our main focus. And I think if our mindset isn't to win it this year, it's most definitely to win it next year. And and yeah, I mean, I wish those guys nothing but the best.
That's a good message. I mean, so many NBA fans are not fans of their team these days, and the one thing I want to say is just be a fan of your hometown. I mean, we traded my my favorite player, um, and I have to just accept it. I'm a fan of the Heat. In the end of the day, I am a Tyler Hero fan always, and I love Tyler Hero and I love his game. But he is now going to become one of those players that I look at from outside of the vision of my team. I'm going to look at him in a sense of how I look at a guy like Anthony Edwards or Luca, that I love them and I love the way they play. Um, but I'm never gonna root for them if I'm playing against them. It's the Heat all the way. And that's what I want to push on all these people that want to be fans of one player and they just follow them wherever. And you're living in a great basketball city, and you're looking at that, and a guy that lives in, I don't know, let's say Kansas, who doesn't have an NBA team, um, and you're living in Golden State and you're a LeBron fan or something like that. That you're taking it for granted. That's all I'm saying. But I'm sad. I'm sad that Hero's gone. I'm sad that all these people, Jaime, where I think those two guys, those three guys you gave up, and they're gonna hurt, but you have to sacrifice. Like I said in the Giannis video, you have to sacrifice something, something that is gonna be good for you in the future or is good for you now. And to get a superstar on the end of the day, you got to sacrifice picks, you got to sacrifice good players, you got to sacrifice prospects. It's something has to give so you could get a superstar like Giannis. So none of that. That's the message that I'm trying to say with my empty words. But at the end of the day, you look at the team right now, we do have problems, but it's a new look. You're always going to have problems with changes, and everything is going to hopefully work out when the season starts. I hope that we can sign maybe at least one or two more players, but looking like that's not going to happen. We're nearing the start of not nearing the start of the preseason, still a couple months away, but things are getting real. We'll see what happens with certain players and where they go. But looks like the chips are falling for Miami right now, and Giannis and all the acquisitions that we've made. It's looking good, but obviously problems to be fixed. JP
Absolutely.
Norris.
Yeah, I totally agree. And on this note, I mean, there's not really much that needs to be said about the dynamic of the new team, about the new roster. But I think just overall, there must be there must be a a goal in the minds of everyone right now, and that's to win a championship. I think as fans, some may be happy with everybody that left, some are distraught with the people that have left, and some don't really care. Others are LARPers. To everyone in between, we all have a goal in mind, and that's to win a championship, and I think that's what's uniting us right now. And I just think that that's where we need to focus. The past is the past. We shall let it go. Same way we did with Jimmy. I appreciate everything Hero, Hawkes, Yaku Chonis, and Ware have done for us. But at the end of the day, this is the now. This is the team, and I think this is the one that's gonna do it. And I think that's it. I mean, with that being said, if you haven't yet seen the video on Giannis, go ahead and check it out. This has been a great episode with Jgnoise as well as my partner Juicy J. And
Thank you guys. Thank
yeah,
you guys for watching. And like we said in the last video, we're gonna be making videos consistently. We're not making any promises, but we're telling you the plans for now, and we're being transparent. So we're gonna try and get 2 videos a week up until the start of the season. We're gonna have a lot of stuff to talk about, if it's either about the NBA in general or if it's about your Miami Heat. But your Miami Heat will always be the first priority here on the Heat Is On podcast. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, follow, share, do it all, and let's go Heat.
let's go Heat.